Hi everyone, this is Sagar Shah and I am currently in New York outside a very famous chess structure. I am at the Marshall Chess Club. It is one of the oldest chess clubs in the world and it started in the year 1915. So it's actually 109 years old and we're going to go inside the club and I'm going to give you a small tour of what this is. Now imagine the beauty of this club is that Bobby Fischer here played the game of the century. There have been some amazing things happening here and I think as a chess lover I couldn't be more happy to be here. So let's go inside. As you enter the club, you will see that there is a ground floor and there's also a first floor. Let's first go upwards. And as we are going upwards, we see some pictures here. I believe it's a young Ray Robson here. We also have the Iron Man of US chess here. Some very nice pictures. We have Magnus Carlsen here. I think this is because he's played the most number of rated games. We have Magnus Carlsen at the Marshall Chess Club. And this is the board where you can see all the previous champions of the Marshall Chess Club. And it's so amazing because as you go down the list here, you will find people like Reuben Fine here. Look at this. Reuben Fine, Fred Renfield, you have Frank Marshall here, Larry Evans, and all such great names. And as you move on, you have some modern players like Maurice Ashley is over here. Then this year, you had Irina Krush who has won the women's championship. And it's amazing how this club has withstood the test of time.
There's also Elvest.
Yeah, Jan Elvest and many great names there. You see Magnus Carlsen here, a very nice picture. I remember a video of Magnus actually getting outside the Marshall Chess Club and going to the Washington Square Park and then playing against a hustler. And this is where some of their trainings happen or some of their tournaments happen. Also some great stuff here. We can see a portrait of Frank Marshall here, a very nice portrait. We also have a signed picture of Capablanca, and that's so beautiful to see here. Also the chessboard here is a very memorable one because Bobby Fischer played the Capablanca Memorial Tournament on this table, moves by teletype, and this is a very huge piece of history because the moves were actually sent by Bobby Fischer from here to Cuba where the tournament was happening by teletype, and this was the table that was used. It was, I think, done inside this room is where Fischer was playing. And here you can see is an article, Cuban tournament system unique, and there's Fischer here. So such great piece of history here. And yeah, there's also this beautiful space here where you have Magnus Carlsen. Ooh. And there's a nice picture of a young Reshevsky, I believe, and above it is Emanuel Lasker, and I think these are all pictures at the Marshall Chess Club. There's a picture of Ewer versus Alekhine in their 1935 match. And this table here is a very famous one. It's the match of Magnus Carlsen and Karyakin, which used the same table and is now home at the club here. And again, some beautiful portraits on the wall, a lot of history. And this is Frank Marshall, and as it is right now Christmas time, we have a nice hat over here. And there's also Frank Marshall 1909 USA chess champion, 1936. It's just amazing when you stand here and you watch all these pictures and feel part of chess history. You know, so many things have happened here over the years, and this place has so much of chess inside it. So I'm just kind of soaking it all in. When we came here a few minutes.
Do you recognize them? Any of them?
Not really.
Is this Vera Minchik, you think?
No, I don't think so. So these are a few pictures on the wall.
Edward Lasker.
Yeah. And then when we go inside, this room is where some training sessions happened. We were here and little kids were learning. There's a small library here. Also, there are some books here. I really like this picture here because this is the famous game Donald Byron versus Bobby Fischer, where it's the game of the century, and it's the most interesting position because I think the bishop was placed here attacking the queen, and Fischer played the move bishop e6, an absolutely stunning move that left everyone completely shocked. So this is the entire game here. We also have Marshall's most famous move here, the gold coins move, queen g3 with the Levitsky, and this move made everyone throw gold coins because no matter which way you take, there is knight e2 check incoming. So very nice move there. And also here is a small kind of a museum where you can know about Marshall, when he was born, when did he die, his early success, then simultaneous games, the Marshall swindle. You can see that it's this Levitsky versus Marshall, this famous queen g3 move is written there. And again, some pictures here. So this is dedicated to Marshall because after all, this is the Marshall Chess Club. And I also love the pieces that are used in this club. By the way, that's a very nice clock there at the bottom, very historic clock. Nowadays you can't see them here. And I was talking about these pieces which I really love. If you see, they are very heavy and very nice quality pieces that are being used in this club. So really love it. And we also have, let's go downwards now. And the chess club has many stuff happening here. As you can see, it has a billboard here where you can know what are the next programs happening. The Marshall Chess Club has its own pairing system, and if you look here, if a tournament is happening, you can just click here, submit, and it's actually an in-house system that they have, and it's very quick to sort of have the results. And here, if
Hoping that
if
you
they
didn't change anything.
no, this was just meant for showing, and if people scan this, they get their pairings on their phone. So that's beautifully done. Here you have Irina Krush, who was doing a lecture a few years ago, and a very important picture here. We also have Kevin here, who takes care of the club and gave us so much of information. So thank you, Kevin. We have Frank Brady
Yeah,
with his wife
Maxine.
and Anatoly Karpov. This is Carlsen, Kasparov, and this picture is very, very nice. And Frank Brady is actually the president emeritus of the club.
Yeah, and he's also the author of Endgame, which is a book about Bobby Fischer, and it's a best-selling book about Fischer.
Fantastic. And then there's this one room here, Amruta, where there are some training sessions that happen. It's a beautiful room here, and right now there was a GM training session that was going on here, and then you have another room here which has many tournaments that happen.
Yeah, so this is where most of the tournaments, our biggest tournaments happen. So that's board 1, and it's like snakes around. So board 1 all the way to 15 over there.
Nice. And actually this one also is a very nice poster, because in New York a very important tournament happened 100 years ago, the New York 1924. And this time the Marshall Chess Club had a big tournament organized here with $15,000 in prizes, and it was won by
GM Andrew Tang.
Andrew Tang won it. Yeah, so it's a very memorable one.
Yeah.
And also there's some space here where you can actually go outside and play chess. Right now it's too cold, but in the summer it would be a perfect place to play chess over there. So if we come here, this is a very nice place to play chess in the outside. Right now it's a bit too cold.
Yeah.
But if you look at this building here, Amruta, on the back, it's a 2-storied building, and the first floor is the chess club, the ground floor is the chess club, the second floor has been rented out.
Yeah.
But
the building's actually 5 stories tall, and you can't see it, but because there's like a balcony over there. So yeah, 5 stories in total, and yeah, the club is the first and second floor.
Beautiful. And so this club is now more than 100 years old, right?
Yeah, well, it's 250 years. The building is 250 years old, and the club
250 years old building.
Yeah.
And the club is roughly
around 109 now.
109 years. So I'm so glad that we got to visit the Marshall Chess Club, and yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I hope that something so timeless can be created in different parts of the world, because it's not so easy to create something like this and sustain it over a century. So this is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye.
So as you can see over here, through all the bags and stuff, there's a staircase that seems to lead nowhere. So according to popular lore, Frank Marshall, when he was playing chess, and if he would get drunk or doesn't want people to see him walking out through that hallway and loop around, he would go through this staircase and upstairs. So yeah.
And over there is his room.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the room, his room upstairs, and he would just come up and down here. But now it's just a staircase that leads to nowhere, and we just put our stuff here.
Nice.
Can take it for an animal company.
So it's a gift from.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so good. So lovely.
What is the Marshall Spectator?
It's
Our newsletter.
yeah, our
You definitely have to sign up for it. On our website, the homepage, at the bottom, there's a link that says sign up for our newsletter, and you'll get all the upcoming events, tournaments, game analysis of games that take place during our tournaments, like the Premier or the monthly under 2400. We also have interviews with our members that we include in the newsletter.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Also, this is a Marshall Chess Club mug. The other one is for the newsletter, The Spectator, but this is for the club. And this illustration was done by one of our members, George Skelcher. And his son plays here often, Oliver Skelcher.
Nice.
Yeah.
So